Hi everybody, I'm Charlie, and this is On Air, my Beatles collection. I've been going through my 45s lately, and I thought it was about time to do a couple of shows based on some of the U.S. labels, non-capital U.S. labels. And, there's been some recent videos that I've done that mostly have focused on bootlegs. And I don't want to give my members here, my subscribers, the impression that all I collect is bootlegs. I collect everything. Everything that is of a recorded, item. Not so much the memorabilia. I have a lot of memorabilia up there. Lunchbox, Soaky toys, so on. Lots of stuff. Funkos. But I don't really actively go out looking for memorabilia anymore. There are many people that do that a lot better than I do, that have tons of memorabilia, but not so much on the music side. My good friend Mikey Arugula is one of those guys, has one of the most incredible memorabilia collections you will ever see. Something well beyond what most of us, maybe beyond what any of us could do in terms of collection. So we're gonna focus on the music here, and I'm gonna talk about some of the more interesting early Beatles, early in the U.S. Material. So the first one I'm gonna do here right now is the Tollie label here in the U.S. And with Tollie, you get basically one cool picture sleeve. And other than that, you just get a bunch of label variations on two different songs. So here's the cool picture sleeve. As you can see, this is pretty close to mint, but it's not mint. It has a little bit of ruffled edge there. There's a couple of teeny white spots there, but overall, this is a 61-year-old sleeve, and it's in pretty darn good shape. I normally keep it in plastic. I do not keep the record in there. I keep a white cardboard in there to keep it firm, keep the edges clean, and so on. But anyway, let's talk about, so that's Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You. Let's talk about the records. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one here. I will take it out of the sleeve. So this is one of the Tollie label variations. You can see that word Tollie Records, is in a block. You could also see that the E in Tollie is kind of a rounded edge, almost a reverse 3. And that is not the case with some others, and that is not the case on some bootlegs that are out there, some counterfeits, I should say, that do not get the font exactly right. As you can see, this record is super clean. Here's the other side. Now, I've been quoting in some of my other videos, I've been quoting the Perry Cox most recent Perry Cox price guide. And I always get the year wrong, but I think it's 2007. I'm not exactly sure. It might have been 2008 or 6. I don't know. I guess I'm too lazy to look it up. I have the book. It's across the room there. But anyway, so this one, in the Perry Cox book, they specifically name this item based on the silver printing, that curved E in Tollie and the box. And the price range back then was from $8 to $85 based on condition. That was the assumed value. I don't really follow the values of things that I have already. I sometimes will follow the values of things that I wish I had in hopes that I can find a bargain and add them to my collection. So I don't know what that would go for now. I'm guessing that one in that condition without the picture sleeve would probably go for something greater than $85. But you know, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just you know, sometimes you just like to have some idea of what things are currently worth. This is probably one that more people actually have, although this one has some value too. So this is a yellow label Tollie. And as you can see, there's no block around the words Tollie Records. As you can see, the E is a normal squared off E, not a curved edge or a reverse 3 kind of an E. As you can see, it's also in pretty good condition. I'm not even showing you the right side, sorry. There's the Love Me Do side, that's the A side. Anyway, that's another one on Tollie. In the Perry Cox book on that, you know, again, it references the Tollie in black print, and you know, the block letters and so on. And the value listed in that price guide back then was $7 to $75. And again, that range always applies to, you know, sort of good would be the lowest one. Anything below good is pretty much worthless. And, you know, if it looks like a drink coaster, it's probably not worth anything. But, you know, something that's good, but, you know, has a lot of flaws and scuffs or whatnot, would be at the 7 end, and something, you know, very clean would be at the, you know, at the higher end. And generally that would refer to near mint. So I don't think any of these are really near mint. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're pretty darn good. But I don't think $7 to $75 is the price range anymore either. So, you know, it might be worth more than $100 too. I really don't know, because I don't investigate the prices so much. So this is another one. Actually, this is almost exactly the same. It's the same label and all that. This one happens to have writing on it. So apparently Linda Treadwell and somebody named John both decided that their name should be on the record. It also looks like somebody tried to unsuccessfully erase Linda Treadwell's name there. So it's kind of blurry. Actually, John's got a little blur too. So somebody tried to wipe that off and did not succeed. And I'm looking at it now, I'm seeing they wrote John because John sings that side, and they wrote Paul on the P.S. I Love You side. So I'm sure that was just somebody writing, probably Linda Treadwell, writing who sang the song. So again, that's the same version as the previous one that I showed you. And it has this $7 to $75 value range on it. Those are the only Tollie Love Me Do's that I have. Later on, when the rights reverted back to Capitol, you know, they went back in their Starline series. They're otherwise known as the Green Swirl label series, which I showed in another video. Then they released Love Me Do. And in Canada, when Love Me Do came out on Tollie, it actually came out on Capitol of Canada, in Canada. And I showed that in a Canada series video as well. So it was on the Capitol label, but not in the U.S. until it was considered an oldie and the rights reverted back to them from Tollie. The other song that Tollie had was, or the other two songs, they had Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You, and they also had Twist and Shout and There's a Place. And here's the first, no picture sleeve for these, but here is the kind of beat up Twist and Shout. This one I would say is not even VG. This one is definitely at the low end of the quality spectrum. The label is kind of faded a bit. The record is kind of, you can't actually see how bad it is probably. but it's really not very good. And there's a place. This has the block that we saw on the other one, the silver print with the block, but in this case on a black background, and it has that curved E in Tollie. This one, I would say, let's see, the Perry Cox book value for that one back in the day was $8 to $80. I would say in that condition, it would be a lot closer to the $8 end than the $80 end. Although, again, there's been inflation for 20-odd years. You know, if it was cleaned up a little better, you know, it might get $20 or something like that. I can't see it getting more than that. This one is a bit unique, this next one. This is also Twist and Shout on Tollie. But in this case, it's on a, Tollie is in a, this is a different style box. As you can see, it's broken on each corner. The box is broken intentionally. And the E is just a small E. And all the letters are lowercase letters for Tollie. And they're purple on this one. And there's a place side. So this one, you know, the highlights of this are the purple box, the black print on the title, and the group, of course. This had a range of $7 to $75 in the price guide. $7 to $75. This one is, I would say, particularly given that that's one with the purple label or the purple print, I would say that one is certainly at the high end of the value spectrum. So here is another Tollie yellow label. In this case, it's Tollie block letters, all uppercase, and no box. Twist and Shout, and there's a place. You can see a little wear on this, on the label, on both sides. See it over here. So, you know, this is not going to be considered a, you know, certainly not a VG++ or a mint. And it does have some scuffs on it on the B side. There's a place side. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. That what you're seeing down there is not a flaw, but that's not a flaw. That's reflection. But there's a long kind of a stripe right here in the middle. You can't really see it on there. But this version also had a $7 to $75 range in the Perry Cox price guide. This here is the most valuable one that I'm going to show you. I have one more valuable that's framed, and I don't have access to it unless I go get it. This one has more flaws. This is a darker yellow label, purple box, all lowercase letters. This one has a pretty serious flaw in it. It almost looks like a cigarette burn. I can't seem to get it on. There it is right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, now you can probably see it. So I don't know what that's all about. It actually looks, you know, like heat was applied to it somehow. Either that or it could be some kind of glue or something. But it's in the grooves. So that'll take a deep cleaning to see if it's something removable. But if it's burned, it's dead. But other than that, you know, with a good cleaning, it looks pretty good. And, you know, particularly in the, you know, in the sleeve, you know, it looks better because the, you know, the label is pretty clean. And this one in the Perry Cox guide, I forgot to mention that not only is the purple print on top, but it's on the bottom too. So this is different than the other one. You know, the other one with the purple print, this one here, you know, this part is black print. And this one is purple, top and bottom. This one had a range of $12 to $125. So I wish it was really nice and clean and didn't have that burn in it, because it would be worth a lot more. I mean, the label is in really nice condition. So, you know, if the record was equally nice, I would guess it'd be worth a lot more. And this one I'll show you only to tell you that there's no such thing as a legit Tollie color vinyl twist and shout. So this clearly is fake. I have a sort of a fascination with color vinyl, so I got it anyway. See, it has the black box with the lowercase Tollie. It doesn't have the really thick font for the song title or any of that. And other than that, it's a fake. But I thought I'd show you just in case you see one and you're tempted to buy it. Don't, unless you just like color vinyl that isn't worth anything from a collector's point of view. So that was the Love Me Do and Twist and Shout, and they were the only titles, the only A-sides that were on Tollie. And this is the only picture sleeve that was on Tollie. You can see both sides are the same. So that's it for the Tollie label. I'm going to also do another video. It'll take a while because it's a bigger catalog of the VJ 45's. So that'll be my next video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for stopping by for this one. If you have any questions or comments, please drop those down in the comment field. If you like the video, you like seeing the records, please hit the thumbs up, the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button as well, and come back and see us for other videos. So that's it for today. Take care. Bye.